What if I told you this was the last Monday morning of your life? Because the level of complaining is unacceptable. What if I told you you die this week? Would you complain about your crap job or that test you don't want to take? I doubt it. You would go much higher level thinking. Well, that's really what it takes. It takes understanding that if you're not pumped right now, if you're begrudging what you're about to do, if you're not looking forward to it, look, I respect practicality. You gotta go through school because your parents want to. You gotta pay your rent. You got student loans, I get it. But please recognize the world we're living in. We're living in a world where there's so much more opportunity. This internet thing created way more opportunity for all of us, way more. I mean, look, you might not even be alive. Like, your mom and dad could have had sex like 3 minutes later and you wouldn't even exist and you're complaining. You could have ended up being a bus, a tree. I just don't get the mentality of being head down sad on a Monday morning. I'm gonna make Monday morning my bitch. I'm gonna make you Saturday Monday morning. That's what I wanna do every morning, and that's what I want from you. Please, take a step back and think about how awesome it actually is. And then recognize that you can attack the world in a totally different way because you were lucky enough to be born during this era. Fuck you, Monday.
I had a job out of college working for a bank for a short period of time, Mellon Bank. My whole motive in taking a job working for somebody was to help them become more profitable. That's the way I always looked at it. And then I started a rookies club where I reached out to some executives and all the people who had started at the same time at Mellon Bank. We'd all go out and get a drink and we'd get this executive start. And I didn't like run it through my boss or anything. And so my boss at the time calls me in and said, "You're doing this." I said, "Yeah," thinking he's going to say, "Great." He just starts screaming at me and reaming me. "How could you do this? You go everything through me. You work for me." Yeah. So I knew I wasn't destined there. And then I left and I went down to, ended up down in Dallas and got a job working for a company called Your Business Software. One of my responsibilities was to come in, sweep the floor, wipe down the windows, and open the store. And I had a customer who wanted me to come out there and close a deal. And it was a $15,000 deal, $1,500 commission to me. Told my boss, he said, "No, you need to be there to open the store." And I made the executive decision that I was gonna go get the check. Because I was living 6 guys in a 3-bedroom apartment, sleeping on the floor, and this check meant I could not use the same Holiday Inn towels with holes in them that I'd stolen, But anyway, so I went and picked up the check thinking when I came back and gave the check to my boss, all would be forgiven and, the sales cures all. Fired me. And so those back-to-back experiences confirmed what I already knew, that I was a shitty-ass employee and then I better start my own.
It's always, like Lorenzo said, it's about going from here to here to here to here, and that's where I'm going. It's round in circles up. So it will continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger until I am finished.
Just through years in the gym, through wins, through losses, through life, I just realized that if you say it to yourself and you look yourself in the eye and look yourself in the mirror and truly believe that not a man alive can beat you, then that is the way it is. And just through hours in the gym and preparation, I feel that I am untouchable right now. It's an educational process with people. I feel they didn't believe me when I showed up. It was UFC caliber, and then I go through the UFC caliber, and then it was the striker, and then it was the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, then it was the top 10. It's a process, so they will all bow eventually, mark my words.
Strong! Big! I'm hot! I'm big!
We all start out equal. Little blobs of blood and muscle. It's a setup of awesome potential. Most people never develop that potential. I knew early on, I was not most people.
There you go, yes! Come on, big man. Work it, baby, come on! Let's go!
Because if you're willing to do the work, you can have anything. That's what makes the US of A great. When it started, America was just a handful of scrawny colonies. Now, it's the most buff, pumped-up country on the planet. That's pretty rad.
That's it? Work harder.
All of my heroes are self-made. Rocky, Scarface, all the guys from The Godfather, they all started out with nothing and built their way to perfection. The way to prove yourself is to better yourself. That's the American dream.
Let's go, set. Oh, what's going on, DL? You've been unfocused all day, man.
You ever just get tired of being where you are, Adrian?
No, I kind of like it here. I mean, the weight's are new to
I mean in life, man. Where you are in life. I mean, look at us, man. Like Superman. Come on!